Hello there, thanks for joining me this Sunday. I'm Muhammad Ahmad Hamdan and these are tonight's top stories. Sultan Muhammad V steps down as Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Finance Minister urges MCA to return money received from 1MDB. And the government will ensure no shortcomings in Adib's inquest. We begin this evening with a report on Sultan Muhammad V, who has stepped down as the 15th Yang di-Pertuan Agong effective today. The controller of the royal household in a statement said Sultan Muhammad had officially informed the matter to other monarchs through the Secretary of the Conference of Rulers via a letter. The Sultan of Kelantan also thanked the monarchs for electing him as the king, as well as Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and the government for their cooperation in administering the country. As for the people, he urged all Malaysians to stay united so that the country will continue to be peaceful and harmonious. Sultan Muhammad also has prepared to return to Kelantan to be with the state government and the people in protecting and developing the state. The Sultan of Kelantan was installed as the Yang di-Pertuan Agong on 24th April 2016 and was the fourth youngest king to be elected. The MCA has been urged to check the source of the 16.8 million ringgit provided by former Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Tun Razak to the party for the 13th general election. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said if the money did originate from One Malaysia Development Berhad 1MDB, then it should be returned to the government.
Now, as the present president, shouldn't you go and check? You have a responsibility to go and check, just as now this government, new government, we have a responsibility to check the previous financial records of the previous government. How can you just wash your hand like that? Don't pretend, don't lie.
He was commenting on the statement by former MCA President Tan Sri Chua Soi Lek, said that Datuk Sri Najib had given 16.8 million ringgit to the party for the 13th general election, but he was unaware of its origin. Meanwhile, MCA President Datuk Sri Wee Ka Siong, in a report published by an English daily, said that as far as he was concerned, since the day he became the party deputy president on December 21st, 2014, there was not a single cent received by MCA from 1MDB. The IA Hitam MP said he was also not privy to such information before that date. Meanwhile, the Finance Minister said 50% of the 2018 tourism tax revenue will be distributed to all state governments in the first quarter of 2019, courtesy of the federal government. In a statement today, Lim said the accounts on the 2018 tourism tax collection would be finalized soon, and that the federal government has yet to distribute any tax revenue to the state governments. He said from a legal standpoint, tourism tax is revenue belonging to the federal government. Therefore, the states are actually not legally entitled to it. Although its distribution to states was not practiced by the previous administration, the Pakatan Harapan government had announced the sharing of 50% of the tourism tax collected by each state during the tabling of the 2019 budget. This, Lim explained, reflected the federal government's new attitude of respecting the states. The minister was responding to a recent statement by Sarawak State's Tourism, Arts, Culture, Youth and Sports Minister Dato' Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, who claimed that the state had not received tourism tax payments totaling 2.7 million ringgit since September 2017, although other states such as Sabah had. He reportedly also claimed the allocation was the state's right. Lim denied this and shot down the statement, saying the federal government does not practice favoritism. He said it was only proper for the Sarawak government not to make the allegation, considering that as of November 30th, 2018, the state government still owed more than 2.5 billion ringgit to the federal government, with arrears of nearly 50 million ringgit. Now, the inquest to determine the cause of death of firefighter Muhammad Adib Muhammad Qasim will be conducted thoroughly to avoid any loopholes which can be exploited by certain quarters. Housing and Local Government Minister Zuraida Kamarudin said the first inquest will be conducted at the Coroner's Court on January 18th, and all witnesses, including the doctors who treated him and pathologists who performed the autopsy, would be summoned.
Pada awal, di peringkat awal, lebih daripada 20 orang saksi yang telah dipanggil IO untuk mengambil statement. Tapi saya dipahamkan ada perkembangan yang baru, di mana ada tambahan lagi saksi-saksi yang baru. Jadi saya tak tahu apa angkanya terkini.
Zuraida was speaking to reporters after visiting Muhammad Adib's family in Kampung Terengganu in Kuala Kedah today. She added that the inquest was not deliberately delayed, as time was needed to ensure that the best is being done, as this was a matter of public interest. Meanwhile, Muhammad Adib's mother, Asma Aziz, hoped that the inquest proceedings could be conducted and resolved quickly, and hopes that those responsible for her son's death, including the masterminds, will be arrested soon. The Foreign Ministry today reiterated its stance that aircraft landing at Seletar Airport in Singapore cannot use Malaysian airspace over Pasir Gudang, Johor. Its Minister, Datuk Saifuddin Abdullah, said the message will be conveyed to his Singaporean counterpart, Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan, in a meeting scheduled on Tuesday.
Matlamat kita begitu dan pegawai-pegawai sedang membincangkan perkara yang itu. Pada 8 hari bulan kita harap sekurang-kurangnya kita boleh ada persetujuan bahawa apakah dia item-item yang perlu kita selesaikan secara bersama. Tapi yang pokok pangkalnya yang pertama sekali ialah isu Seletar. Yang itu harus diutamakan.
It was reported that a number of aircraft were seen hovering over Malaysian airspace before landing at the Seletar Airport following the implementation of the Instrument Landing System ILS. In light of this, Malaysia had requested Singapore to either change the flight route to the airport or withdraw its plan to implement the ILS. Transport Minister Anthony Loke had reportedly said the flight route would affect development in Pasir Gudang because it would limit the height of infrastructure in the area. The Pasir Gudang port would also be at high risk, and there would be restrictions on the landing system. PKR Deputy President Datuk Sri Azmin Ali today said that he only issues public statements on internal party affairs after going through the proper channels. The Economic Affairs Minister also said he holds regular discussion with Party President Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, but stressed that when he issues any political statement to the media, it is a sign of a problem. Datuk Sri Azmin pointed out that he seldom issue any political statement, let alone a written statement. As such, when he actually issued one, that means there is a problem. Datuk Sri Azmin recently criticised the party's upper echelons following Datuk Sri Anwar's appointment of Rafizi Ramli as one of 3 vice presidents and Datuk Sri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail as Secretary General. The party president, in his reaction, advised his deputy to use proper channels and not the media when raising issues related to party matters. In his defence, Datuk Sri Azmin said he had already gone through the proper channels and even discussed with Datuk Sri Anwar on party issues. But there will be a time when he must make a public statement. Speculation has been rife of a rift between Datuk Sri Azmin and Datuk Sri Anwar since last year, after the former was chosen by Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad to be his Economic Affairs Minister. Meanwhile, Datuk Sri Azmin explained the photograph of him and Datuk Sri Hishamuddin allegedly holidaying together with their families in Morocco. Admitting that he has been friends with Datuk Sri Hishamuddin for quite some time, their meeting in Marrakesh was purely accidental and not planned as perceived. Datuk Sri Azmin also stressed that no secret discussion took place with the former UMNO Vice President. Johor State Government has assured that appropriate action will be taken against a special officer to the Pekan Nanas DAP State Assemblyman Yeo Tung Seong over his controversial remarks against Johor Crown Prince Tunku Ismail Ibni Sultan Ibrahim. The fate of the person in question, Kamarul Arifin, who is also Pontian District Council member, will be decided soon, although the latter has issued an apology over the matter.
Kita sedang menghalusi dan kita akan ambil tindakan. Perkara ini dilantik dalam mesyuarat kerajaan, jadi saya akan bawa dan minta pendapat dalam MMK nanti. Walau macam mana pun kita lihat perkara ini sedang dalam perundingan dan kita akan tangani dengan sebaik mungkin.
Kamarul recently uploaded a controversial post to his Facebook account in which he challenged Tunku Ismail, popularly known as TMJ, over the issue of Kukup Island in Pontian, Johor. His remarks drew flack from many quarters, who then urged the state government to take action against Kamarul before the post was subsequently deleted. Kamarul has since issued a statement of apology over the matter on Facebook. Now, the reshuffling and reassignment of government officials will not only involve the Secretary-General position, but also will include civil service positions at all levels. Chief Secretary to the government, Datuk Sri Dr. Ismail Bakar, said the move is aimed at achieving operational efficiencies and improving government service delivery. Describing the reshuffle as a common practice in the public sector, he said those affected should be encouraged to share their experiences and expertise with other ministries to help enhance efficiency. Datuk Sri Ismail also refuted claims that the reshuffle and reassignment were influenced by political factors and assured that the changes were made on a professional basis. A major reshuffle involving Secretary-General and Director-General positions is expected to come into effect tomorrow. The administrative reshuffle will involve 12 ministries, where 7 Secretaries-General will be transferred and 5 will be promoted to the position. Home Ministry Secretary-General Datuk Sri Alwi Ibrahim will be transferred to the Works Ministry, and his position will be taken over by Education Secretary-General Datuk Dr. Muhammad Abbas Ghazali.
Okay, sebenarnya kalau kita lihat indeks perkhidmatan awam ni,
the Eastern Sabah Security Command, ESCOM, today issued the list of names and pictures of 18 foreign men wanted on suspicion of being involved in several cross-border crimes in the Eastern Sabah Security Zone, S-Zone. Its commander, DCP Dato' Hazani Ghazali, said the list also comprises 7 new individuals. In a statement today, Dato' Hazani said the list of 18 wanted individuals was established following investigations as well as information received from the Philippine security forces. They are wanted to assist in investigations into several crimes which took place last year. It is learned that the newly named individuals are leaders of the Philippines-based Abu Sayyaf terrorist group, which is active in carrying out kidnappings for ransom. Other names in the list are as follows. Dato' Hazani said the ESCOM had listed 45 wanted individuals since 2016, with 29 of them removed from the list after they were reportedly shot dead or had surrendered themselves to the Philippine Authority. He also called on the public with information on the wanted individuals to contact the ESCOM or the police to enable further action to be taken. A primary school in Jerteh, Terengganu suffered some 20,000 ringgit in losses after one of its storerooms caught fire early today, barely a week after the 2019 school session opened. Fortunately, no casualties were reported in the fire incident at Sekolah Kebangsaan Seri Payung. State Education Department Director Sharafuddin Ali Hussein said teachers' record books, along with other documents, were among those destroyed in the morning blaze. Jerteh Fire and Rescue Station deployed a team of 13 firemen with 2 fire engines to the scene after the station received a distress call at 9:12 a.m. The team managed to completely extinguish the fire at one of the school blocks almost an hour later. Classes at other blocks resumed soon after the situation was brought under control. Now, police have nabbed 9 teenagers between the ages of 17 and 20 for riding recklessly and dangerously on the Kesas Highway. This is despite weekly operations carried out at the location to crack down on illegal racing and mud rampedes. The 5-hour operation, which started around 11 p.m. on Saturday, was carried out by the Bukit Aman Traffic Investigation and Enforcement Department. The operation, dubbed Op Samsing Jalanan, saw the individuals pulling off dangerous stunts on the highway, including riding in a zigzag manner, as well as against traffic flow. All those detained were brought to the South Klang District Police Headquarters for further action. Police also issued 90 summonses and seized 17 motorcycles in the operation. When we return, horrific crash sees trailer ploughing into motorcyclists. Details next. Welcome back. Truancy can be a major problem for schools. One school in Kulai, Johor decided to stay one step ahead by introducing a biometric system to ensure students' attendance. The Pepatih My Sekolah mobile application, introduced by SMK Bandar Tenggara, also enables parents to instantly check whether their children are at school or not. SMK Bandar Tenggara is the first school in the state to use the biometric system. Each day, students are required to confirm their attendance via terminals placed at the school. The system will notify the school administrators and parents if the students were not present on that day.
Sistem ini sebenarnya adalah bermula sekali untuk salah satu usaha kita untuk mencapai KPI 95% kehadiran murid. Jadi kita telah cuba mencari mekanisme yang sesuai untuk mencapai KPI ini, dan kita dapati bahawa cara yang terbaik untuk sekolah kita adalah menggunakan sistem biometrik inilah.
The biometric system was developed and tested in October last year before being fully implemented this year. Apart from students' attendance, the system also eases the burden of teachers who would have to record the students' attendance manually each day. Parents are also supportive of the system as they can easily check on their children.
Ibu bapa kena bayar RM15 setahun, tapi itu untuk satu keluarga, bukan untuk semua anak. Dan saya rasa aplikasi ini baguslah sebab saya sebagai ibu bapa dah boleh download daripada secara percuma. Kat situ saya boleh tengok pukul berapa anak saya sampai. Kalau especially kalau macam dia bawa motor sendiri ke, saya boleh tahu dia tu sampai ke tak sampai ke sekolah.
The usage of the Pepatih My Sekolah app can also be expanded to monitor the students' participation in co-curricular activities and examination results. By embracing technology, SMK Bandar Tenggara not only found an easy and practical solution to monitor students' attendance and achieve its KPI target, but also eliminated the tedious task for teachers to check on their students every day. As for students, they would have to think twice as their parents will easily find out whether they skip school or not. Education Minister Dr. Mazli Malik today confirmed that he is no longer the president of the International Islamic University of Malaysia, IIUM. He did not reveal the exact date of his resignation, but said that he has signed the resignation letter and is awaiting the official announcement by the university. Dr. Mazli was appointed to the post last September with a contract that was supposed to end in 2021. He replaced Tan Sri Dr. Rais Yatim, whose contract ended in July last year. However, controversy arose when many protested against his appointment, as he also holds a cabinet post. The Perak Football Association, PAFA, today announced that jerseys for its players this season will feature the iconic no smoking sign. Its president, who is also Perak Menteri Besar, Datuk Sri Ahmad Faizal Azumu, said that the move is in support of the state government's initiative to launch a massive no smoking campaign in the state soon.
Jadi kempen kita untuk berhenti merokok ni kita lakukan kepada manusia sejagat, bukannya kepada rakyat negeri Perak saja, kepada semua, kerana ianya perkara yang penting, perkara yang baik. Kita sampaikan kasih sayang kita kepada semua. Saya harap apabila kita bermain di peringkat Asia nanti, semua orang akan nampak negeri Perak membawa mesej berhenti merokok.
He said this at a press conference after attending the Jom Sihat program at Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan Cina SJKC Chunghua, Kelantan Baru in Cemor, Perak. The Menteri Besar said that the state government will do its best to support the campaign and to formulate programs that promote healthy living among the people. And now updated as of 7 p.m, here are the top trending topics and searches on the internet today. And now it's time for our My Game On segment, bringing you the latest esports news in Malaysia. The world of virtual reality, VR, has become a bridge that connects healthy gaming and various physical activities. Not only can a VR game promote a healthier lifestyle, but it can also become a very competitive sport. Wanizul Islam finds out more.
Beat Saber has recently become the world's most popular VR rhythm game that has attracted many esports fans. The game requires its players to move along and react to some of the most memorable hit songs with the use of a VR system.
So once we put on the headset, we can see cubes on blue and red cubes flying at us from in front, and we have two controllers that we hold in real life, and they turn into sabers. One is blue and one is red. So you go according to the notes or the blocks you see, and you slash them.
The game can also be played competitively, both offline and online. Malaysia's Beat Saber community takes pride in having two of its players currently ranked in the world's top 100.
We can enjoy Beat Saber in two ways. One is just for fun, just hitting the blocks, and we won't even fail the level. And the other way to enjoy it is through owning the leaderboards or just playing for the scores.
With many people still believing that video games are unhealthy and do not offer gamers any physical exercise, VR games like Beat Saber may just be the answer to get one in that competitive spirit and off their feet to have a more physically active lifestyle.
It has a negative stereotype to it, where people ruin their health by playing video games. But then comes in VR, where they encourage physical activity, like a game like Beat Saber. Beat Saber is comparable to a physical sport, something like tennis or badminton, because of the repeated arm movements where you have to slice the boxes and stuff. You really work out sweat when you play it.
There are still many challenges faced by the VR gaming community in Malaysia, such as lack of tournaments and arcades that offer the equipment to play. However, education and promotion of the virtual realistic world of gaming will help many people understand and embrace the community.
We need a lot more education on what VR is, and events like associations like VR AR Association, the recent conference that happened at APU College, places that have VR like the Rift and Pantheon, this could help educate people on what VR is, and in turn will encourage a lot more exploration into VR tournaments, having a space for VR athletes, VR esports.
We want to get people active in the community and also to enjoy more tournaments, such as online and offline. There are two of them. So we want to encourage our kids, we want to encourage the people, the community, the VR gamers to get playing VR games.
There you have it, Beat Saber. Not only is it a very interesting game, but it can also improve that of your hand-eye coordination. And that also, it helps improve that of your lifestyle, especially around this area. So anyone who wants to lose a little bit of weight can do a little bit of cardio using Beat Saber. That's all from me, Wanizul Islam, for My Game On. Catch you on the flip side, guys. We're gonna continue playing, okay? Boom!
And more after the break. Shooting in California kills at least 3. Stay with us.